because I need you to understand that we mean business and you're not getting it. Even that you're on probation.
Welcome back to another intense courtroom showdown. Today, we're diving into a case that's got all repeat DWI offenses, bond violations, and a judge who's absolutely had enough. Mr. Martinez is standing before the court facing serious consequences. But here's the kicker. He's already on probation from another county, and he keeps testing positive for alcohol. Will the judge show mercy, or is jail time inevitable? Stick around, because this one gets heated fast.
In jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have a bond violation report where it's alleged that you have consumed alcohol when we have ordered you not. No, that if I find, I will put you in a. Do you understand? If you are unable to stop, I am giving you the opportunity now. If you are not able to do it, we are going to do it my way. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. On this probation, if you do not have a license, you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you drive, you're looking at up to a year in jail. I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to have a hearing. And if they prove to me that you violate any of these conditions, you are looking at an entire year in custody. Not only that, but if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail and you do anything more than 4 to 5, 6 hours, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. You already know what the administration is doing to undocumented persons. So if you're not here, you best be on living with a halo above your head. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement with me today, you either complete it successfully and you go on your merry way, or you violate this, we issue a warrant and you're looking at up to a year in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is a 1-year jail sentence. I will probate it for 2 years. For you to successfully complete this thing, you must do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. This doesn't say DWI education class. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a DWI education class, right?
Yes, Judge, it's supposed to be a DWI class.
This needs to be refiled.
We'll refile it, Judge.
Are you wanting a victim impact panel?
Yes, Judge. We'll refile it today.
Okay, let's break down what just happened here. The judge is laying out the full weight of what Mr. Martinez is facing. We're talking up to 1 year in jail and a $4,000 fine for the DWI charge alone. But here's where it gets even more serious. He's already violated his bond by consuming alcohol, which he was explicitly ordered not to do. And notice how the judge immediately brings up immigration consequences. That's not a casual mention. If Mr. Martinez spends more than 4 to 6 hours in jail, immigration and customs enforcement could sweep in and potentially deport him. This isn't just about a traffic violation anymore. This is about his entire future in this country. The judge is making it crystal clear. Follow the rules exactly or face catastrophic consequences. One slip-up could cost him everything. So the question is, will Mr. Martinez finally take this seriously, or is he about to lose it all? Let me know in the comments what you think.
None of that on here.
I think what happened was Bernadette was here and she had looked at everything. And they said that because there's going to be whatever the TRS conditions are, I think she actually had Kelsey remove those. Is that right, Bernadette?
So record, yes, sir. We just have it as written in a note, but we couldn't put it on the.
Wait, is this a second or something?
Yes.
No, it's not a second. He has a pending one out of Tarrant County. That was in 2019. He was placed.
That's an open DWI right now?
Not anymore. He is on a deferred adjudication for 22 months out of Tarrant County. He started on January 6th last month. So he had 2 firsts is what's going on. And that's why after talking to Bernadette, that's why we did 24
And
months.
he's testing positive for alcohol now?
Yes, Judge, let's
Que
put
sí,
it
su
on the
señoría,
strand
¿por qué no
of having the
pusimos en
first
el
Harris
día?
County was
Porque
because
tenía
of
el
the open
primero,
one,
porque
or the
el otro
previously
caso,
open
el
case.
caso
Is why we
previamente
got the device.
había abierto. Por eso lo vimos esa
He tested positive for
salió positivo,
alcohol
pero alcohol
at 1:45 in the morning.
1:45 de la mañana.
Should I anticipate the TRAS recommending serve report?
Oh,
El reporte
this is a second bond violation report.
inflación de fianza.
And that's why it's
It's a second
2-year.
bond violation. He has an open DWI in another county, and now he's consuming alcohol.
Judge, the first one was from 2019 and he didn't have court until they didn't realize or didn't come to anyone's attention until he got this one. Then the officer told him, you have something open in Tarrant County, you may want to contact them. That's when he contacted them, and then he told them, yeah, come to court for that. So it kind of fell by the wayside. I don't know what happened.
Sit for something. You get about a list of documents this high from lawyers advertising to you that you have an open case.
Wait, hold up. Did you catch that? This isn't just one DWI case. Mr. Martinez has another open DWI case from Tarrant County dating back to 2019. And here's the crazy part. That case apparently fell by the wayside and nobody caught it until he got arrested for this DWI. So now we're looking at someone who had a DWI charge sitting out there for years, picks up a second one, gets placed on deferred adjudication for 22 months just last month in January, and is still testing positive for alcohol consumption. Let that sink in. He's literally on probation from one county for DWI, standing in court for another DWI, and continuing to drink. The judge's frustration is starting to make a lot more sense now, isn't it? This isn't about one mistake. This is a pattern. And patterns like this, they rarely end well in courtrooms. What would you do if you were the judge here?
I have to imagine that he knew about the open DWI in Tarrant County. Now he picks up another DWI. Now we're on a second bond violation report.
He's on probation over there now, Judge, and he'd be on a 2-year probation here.
No, this is not a good deal, man. I think that we're setting him up.
I think once he does the TRAS, and if they recommend serve report, which they most likely will, I think he'll be getting the help that he needs. I mean, he's 25 years old. So he understands that he'll have to.
I think that I would prefer to do it first. You know?
What do you mean?
Do the TRAS first so we know exactly what, because I mean, I would require, because of the nature, I'm going to do a repeat offender DWI education class number 1. I had no idea that he has an open one. Now he's got 2 BVRs. I don't think I'm ready to do this today.
Okay.
Not only that, you're on your second bond violation. You're continuing to consume alcohol, and you have an open DWI in another county. It's unacceptable.
Well, that one's closed now, Judge. He's on probation.
I understand.
He's on probation.
But he's on probation. I mean, he's had it open. He's now on probation, and he's a week ago he's consuming alcohol still.
Right.
I let him go once. I can't do it again, man.
Judge.
And here is where everything falls apart. The judge just pulled the emergency brake on this plea deal. Notice how the tone completely shifts? The judge says, I don't think I'm ready to do this today. That's courtroom speak for I've heard enough, and I don't like what I'm hearing. The defense attorney is trying to advocate for his client, which is literally his job, but the judge is running out of patience. 2 bond violation reports, continuing alcohol consumption, an open DWI in another county. And Mr. Martinez is only 25 years old. The judge is worried about setting him up for failure by letting him out on probation when he clearly isn't taking the situation seriously. Think about it. If someone can't stop drinking while they're awaiting trial for drunk driving, what are the chances they'll successfully complete 2 years of probation? The judge is asking the hard questions that need to be asked. Is accountability harsh? Maybe. But is it necessary? Absolutely.
I understand that you have to zealously advocate for your client, but it's time. No,
What he was telling me was, and he showed me the paperwork, that the day after the alleged violations, when he was reporting to his probation officer, he doesn't understand how he would have tested positive when they would have tested him the next day. In fact, he actually got tested recently for drug testing. So they're drug testing him there and for alcohol. So I'm just letting you know what.
I have a scram. He's still testing positive for alcohol. It's unacceptable what's going on with you, Mr. Martinez. No, I'm not ready to take this deal now. And I think that it's,
Judge, my only concern is if he goes in, as you know, with this administration, he's not coming out.
consequences, man. Actions have consequences, Mr. Martinez. You know that. You continue to do whatever you want to do. You continue to consume alcohol. You continue to put other lives at danger. It's unacceptable. Sorry, Marcos.
I'm trying to.
I know you are, but there's two open DWIs. He's on a second bond violation. It's not fair that I don't hold him accountable like I do every single other person here. I can't curry favor just because he may be undocumented. It's not fair,
I understand.
Yeah, I'm revoking your bond, dude. You're going to jail.
But if he's going to be evaluated, and most likely he'll get treatment, which is what he nees. Putting him in custody, he's not going to get the
No
treatment.
matter what we're doing, no matter what conditions I have bent over backwards not to put you in jail. You literally had another DWI open, did not put you in jail. You have one bond violation report. I did not put you in custody. Now you have a second. It's now time to pay. I can't let you go again because I need you to understand that we mean business and you're not getting it. Even that you're on probation, you have an open DWI here. You still consuming alcohol. I'm sorry, Marcos. You're going to jail. It goes with you. Marcus, it doesn't make me happy, dude.
I understand.
But
Get it.
that's it.
This is the moment everything comes crashing down. The defense attorney throws out one last Hail Mary, bringing up immigration concerns, hoping the judge will reconsider sending Mr. Martinez to jail because of potential deportation. But listen to what the judge says. I can't curry favor just because he may be undocumented. It's not fair. This is a powerful statement about equal justice. The judge is saying that everyone must be held to the same standard, regardless of their immigration status. The judge has given Mr. Martinez multiple chances, didn't jail him after the first bond violation, bent over backwards to keep him out of custody. But there's a limit to judicial patience. The Scram device, that's a continuous alcohol monitoring bracelet, by the way, is still showing positive tests for alcohol. At some point, actions have to have consequences. The judge revokes his bond and sends him to jail. You can hear the disappointment in the judge's voice. It doesn't make me happy. But justice isn't always about happiness. It's about accountability and public safety.
De los exámenes.
Pero ¿cuándo era?
Pasado, fue el viernes que me fui a
Vamos atrás.
What we can do, Marcos,
Let me, Margaret. Yes, Judge.
go ahead. Just
No.
I'm gonna set the bond at 5,001. You guys bond out, write a bond out, do what you need to do. Get them out. We can set them up for a TRAS, and then we go that route. But I want to know 100% that sober court is the way we go, because I want to do things the right way. It's only fair.
So let's wrap this up and talk about what we just witnessed. Mr. Martinez came into court facing a DWI charge, but the situation spiraled when the judge discovered he had another open DWI case from 2019, was already on probation in Tarrant County, and had 2 bond violation reports for continuing to consume alcohol. Despite the defense attorney's passionate advocacy and concerns about immigration consequences, the judge made the difficult decision to revoke his bond and send him to jail. However, in a final act of measured justice, the judge set a new bond at $50,001, giving Mr. Martinez one more pathway out, contingent on getting proper evaluation and treatment. The key takeaway here? The legal system tries to balance mercy with accountability, but repeated violations exhaust judicial patience. This case shows us that courts give second chances, but those chances aren't unlimited. The judge wanted to ensure that treatment and accountability go hand in hand, which is ultimately what serves both the defendant and public safety. If you found this case as intense and eye-opening as we did, make sure to smash that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the judge made the right call? And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns like this one. We got plenty more cases that'll keep you on the edge of your seat.